and other things in Sissi. So nobody in this country, especially Kerala, the systematic cultivation of the medicinal plants. 80% of the drugs what we use in India, it is coming from the plants only, from the biology only. But nobody goes for a systematic cultivation. Straight away go to the forest, cut the trees, take the bark, use Ayurvedas and give it to them. So there is no systematic cultivation. That's what we need to conserve, especially the medicinal plants as a conservation. Then, and also it's a lot of IPR issues are there. So then, after that, paper publication is very, very important, because we have to publish the papers in a one particular geographical area so that it will be known to everybody. So then also we have a very good technologies or a tool, GIS technologies or a mapping technology or a photography technology. You take the maps, or you can go with the helicopters, take the pictures and document it. Then after every year take the same picture, you'll come to know that there is a decrease or a increase in the biodiversity. So that is the documentation, and also we need to use the new tools for the means documentation of these biological resources. So then we have to publish in the paper. Then collaborations is very, very important with the national institutes, international institutes, local communities, farmers and the tribal peoples. So this is very, very important for the conservation of the biological resources. How do we conserve this biological resource? One is a in situ conservation, ex situ conservation, community conservation. So many conservations are there. So as far as the forest species is concerned, we have to conserve in the form of a seed. So we need to establish a seed bank in the university for the conservation of the forest species and ex situ conservations, anything, whatever it may be, gene banks for the conservation of this one. Then coming to the food system, man can eat 7,000 species of plants, or say around 20-25 species of animals. Indians eat only chicken and fish and bakri. What about the Chinese? They eat everything on the earth. So, what is the food system? Man, 7,000 species he can eat. India is produced around 200 species, including cereals, pulses, oilseed, medicinal, aromatic, fruits, plantation, spices. 200 plants we are producing and we are eating. But majority we are using only 20 species. We are using only 20 species. Out of 20 species, 80% of the food coming from only 2 species. Which are those? Rice and another is a highly glycemic index, wheat. Alva? So where is the diversity? India is having so much of treasures of diversity, but we are not utilizing the diversity. Instead of using only rice, wheat and so many other things, take everything what is available, all fruits, vegetables, everything. The concentration of this will go down and the area of other crops is going to be there, and will be your plate will be more diverse, and you will never get sick, you will never get a diabetic, whatever it is. You never get a sick. The person, one is in Sikkim, he is always using all the medicinal plants, he eats only the plants, he never got a sick even after 80 years of age. So these are the documented literatures. Means that if your plate is more diverse, you live longer, healthy, happier. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But you are restricted to the only foreign pizza, burger, pani puri, junk foods which is not having a nutritional like this. So what are the benefits? So that new technological tools, I think GIS, we are all working with the GIS and mapping. Then nutrient recycling. So in a system, especially agriculture ecosystem, we are thinking of promoting a multiple cropping system, agro-forestry system, silvi horticulture and pasture system. So there will be a nutrient cycle. there is an economic viability, and there is a less dependence on the nutrients of the fertilizers and other things. And farmers are more economically viable when you have the different cropping systems in his garden. That's what we are promoting with the World Forestry Organization. We are having a MOU there. We want to have a system like agrobiodiversity project and nutrient recycling. So I think 3 paradox I think we talk. But in the university, we want to conserve all the species. It is very difficult, but whatever the species which are very close to our hearts, I think we have listed more than 100, 150 species. Even the forest species also we have listed, especially bamboo also. Then Betta is the one which is become extinct these days. So we want to conserve also. So we want to conserve all the bamboo species, all the species which are in South India, and all the plantation crops, spices, medicinal, aromatic, flowers, fruits and vegetables. We want to conserve in our university because we have a huge land of 700 acres. So we are having a lot of plants. So that's what our always this biological resources conservation is very close to my heart. Because we plant breeders, I am a plant breeder by profession. Always I start with the collection, conservation, characterization and utilization for genetic use. But for others also, you have to make it as a passion and you have to develop an interest. Wherever you go, you collect some plants, put it in your garden. Especially in the Kerala, the household, all along the household, everything they'll get, it's like a mini forest or a mini biodiversity park. Like that, we also have a mini biodiversity park in almost all the colleges and the research stations. I'm very happy that many have attended this conference. I listened to the words of experts from other countries and very good topics, and the abstract has come up very nice, and we have to publish, and also this message has to go to everywhere in the world so that there is a name of our university will be there, and also your name will be there in the abstract also. So the other second thing, the last few words, usually teachers will we teach for 1 hour, no? I took only 20 minutes because I think everybody's got bored under 5 minutes. So I think we need to diverse our education also. That's what we are sending our students to other universities, other colleges, and we are deputing our students to last year they were in America, United States, they were in Germany, they were in Asian Institute of Technology, they were in Vietnam. So that is also diversity. So diversity of the food, diversity of the education, diversity of the culture, diversity of the skills, capacity building, then only we can make this world more sustainable. We cannot depend on one. You have to depend on many, many things for the conservation. The last one, you have to be the role model for the conservation of the diversity also. Don't use anything excess. Yes or no? From today onward, to take only 80% of the food what you consume yesterday. There is a responsibility you have. Second one is don't use unnecessary water, because we give only 70 liters of water for our hostels. Ladies use 120 liters, boys use only 30 liters. So conservation of the water is also is a very scarce commodity in Karnataka this year. This is conservation. Don't use these tissue papers. I am against the tissue papers because it is coming from the forest product. Yes or no? For one diaper, you have to cut one tree. Yes or no? So that's what I hate, using a tissue paper, but it's become a fashion. I also started using. So I think some small points if you note down, and also if there is a small seed in your house, you can put it in the forest. Take whatever the household waste is there, what do you call kitchen waste are there, vegetable waste are there. Take and make the compost, throw it to the forest, and in the rainy season, get some forest species, make a small balls and throw it, so that you also contribute little towards the nature, so that we will be the part of the conservation. So this is the one lesson, and Dr. Satish, congratulations to Dr. Satish, Dr. Harish, Dr. Nayak, Dr. Kencha Reddy, all the faculty of this campus and also from other campuses, my students, for making this conference very meaningful and effective and successful. I congratulate all of you.
ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಗದೀಶ್, ಕೊಡಗು ಧ್ವನಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ. ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ.